Greetings, everyone. Thought I'd just jump on and do a quick update. Just some observations or one particular observation that I've made last night during some New Year's festivities. So decided to go out on my long fast and catch up with some friends at a venue. And during this fasting, well, over the last year, I've been stripping back a lot of stuff in my life, and alcohol, other toxins and so forth, and then moving into the long fast, that's really had to make me strip back a lot more in terms of food and addictions to emotional eating and so forth. But anyway, the venue that I went to last night was actually a restaurant. So being there in this restaurant environment and smelling the food, which I'm kind of used to now, is fine. But the one thing that I've become really sensitive to, even more so, and I was kind of a little bit beforehand because I haven't been drinking for about a year, but being around drunk people and people smoking cigarettes. And yeah, at one point I started to feel, I was feeling pretty good before we went out, and then I think it was maybe about 10 o'clock, roughly around 10 o'clock, I started feeling almost like I was a little bit drunk and tipsy myself. And I just wanted to go home and go to sleep, to be honest. Started losing my voice because there's people around smoking. So we're trying to talk over this loud music, and then there's this smell of cigarette like getting up in me. And I'm just feeling so much more sensitive to the environment around me. And this morning, which is quite interesting, I woke up and I actually felt slightly hungover just being in this environment around people that are drinking. And it really has just instilled to me how important it is to be around uplifting and positive environments when you're going through this process, because it really does affect you. And yeah, it's really quite, I know the whole energy field thing is quite subjective to a lot of people, but my experience has been that I am way more sensitive to those energetic fields around me. And if those energetic fields aren't of the most uplifting and positive nature, it is affecting me, because I am going through this deep healing process and a lot more sensitive to everything around me. So it's really just instilled how important it is for me to surround myself with positive people who are supportive of my journey, and not only that, in an uplifted state as well, instead of poisoning themselves and bringing themselves down, because that's then directly coming in and affecting me. So it's actually quite an interesting observation that I've been making, well, one of the interesting observations that I've made to date. But today I'm actually just starting on this Gregorian New Year's Day, which I don't really celebrate, but celebrating in my own way via doing a 24-hour dry fast. And I know a lot of people are quite interested in the dry fasting process. And essentially the dry fasting process is just no liquids, no foods, and then an absolute dry fast is not even exposing yourself to any water. So not brushing your teeth, not having a shower, not going for a swim. I don't really go that hard. Like, I do brush my teeth because I think it just makes me feel fresh. And there has been some dry fasts where I haven't showered, and I've just done a bit of a baby wipe clean. But today it is a beautiful day out here on the Gold Coast. So, well, it seems to be, maybe some fake clouds coming over, but I am going to go for a swim because it's nice and sunny out. It's early. So I'm going to prepare for my dry fast by, so usually I'll have some herbal tinctures in the morning. I'll have a herbal tea, and then I'll also have some psyllium and other things that help just pull some stuff out. And then I will actually drink a liter of juice. And then after I finish that, then I'll start the 24-hour dry fast, and then I'll break that dry fast 24 hours later. And that's essentially it. And the dry fast, it really just gives the body an opportunity to really focus on healing itself by not consuming anything at all. So no digesting of foods or processing of liquids, and the body just fully goes into an internalization of healing, and you get that deep intercellular hydration. And after a dry fast, I have a particularly big dump of waste. It's actually quite amazing how effective dry fasting is. It's really the gold standard of fasting. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of an update on how I'm feeling energetically, being exposed to the environment around me, and just a little bit of a overview of the dry fasting process. Bye.